Hello YouTube. Several weeks back I did a review of my first AR that I purchased, which is a ATI, American Tactical Imports Milsport. Initially when I did the review, I used my phone camera, which obviously did not render the best resolution. So I wanted to redo the review and kind of do a little bit of an update on my AR. Wife and I had just bought a new camera, and this one's going to hopefully do a much better job, obviously, than what my phone would do. Again, like I said, this is an ATI Milsport. It came out just this year. It is a quad rail on it with a free-floating barrel. When I was looking at my first AR, as I said initially, I had looked at the M&P Sport, I'd looked at the Mossberg MMR, I'd looked at the Ruger AR-556, DPMS Panther Oracle, and several others in that price range. But being that I'd wanted a quad rail on mine with a free-floating barrel, most of those were ruled out without me having to change out the gas blocks on them and put a different quad rail on them, take off the fore end that came with it. And I didn't really want to do that myself. Was heavily looking at the Mossberg MMR because it did have the free-floating barrel with the quad rail, but as I said in that video, it was very difficult to come by. I was thinking about ordering it until I walked into a local gun shop and found this beautiful AR that I have right here. What I want to do is go over it again, simply because hopefully this video is going to give you a lot better resolution than what my first one did, and again go over some of the features that come on this particular rifle. Like I said before, I only paid $549 for it. The MSRP on it is $750. I've seen it online anywhere from $519 up to $700. So it's pretty much right in the price range of some of the other ones that I had mentioned as well for the entry-level market. But my personal opinion, for what I paid for this, it has a lot to offer, more than some of those particular ARs do. For the price range that it is in, I would think you would expect to pay a little bit more for it. It does come with a A2 birdcage flash hider. It's a 16-inch barrel, M4 barrel. The barrel is a 1-in-7 twist. My particular setup for this AR is home defense. We'll plan on doing some hunting with it, but wanted to definitely focus on shooting heavier 223 5.56 rounds with it. So the 1-in-7 barrel I was excited about. 1-in-8 would have also been fine. Right now, what I use for my home defense round is the 223 Hornady Tap in 75 grain is what I have in it. As you can see, it does have the quad rail. Quad rail is all aluminum. It's a low profile gas block on it. I have added a laser to it here. As you can see, it's a laser that used to be on one of my handguns. It is a Laser Max Micro. Works really well for the purposes that I use this for. Basically have that zeroed to the farthest distance in my house. I have put a inexpensive 200 lumen light on it. The light does have just a standard on and off, and then a strobe as well. And added a angled foregrip to it. Put on hand guards. The recoil on a 223 or 5.56 is not bad at all, but with that quad rail being aluminum, it does bite a little bit as you're shooting it. It's fairly sharp, so I put those on there just to help with the comfort as I'm shooting. This does not, as I said before, come with sights, so I added Magpul flip-up sights to it, and I also added a True Glow Bright sight, which has both green and red dots. in it, and then 4 different reticles. So far, I've been very satisfied with that. Put about 300 rounds through this AR total, and it has maintained 0 perfectly. I've got the flip-up sights, and I've got the red dot both zeroed in at 50 yards. And then, like I said, the laser is zeroed in at the farthest distance in my house. The nice thing about this, even though it's an ATI, because they're primarily known for their polymer upper and lower ARs, is this is neither. This one is 100% aluminum. It is a 7075 T6 aluminum. I will show you when I flip this over, but the upper and lowers are made by BCI Defense out of Bremen, Indiana, and ATI actually partnered with them and also Davidson's / Gallery of Guns in order to produce this AR, because the AR itself is a Davidson's exclusive. So I have to wonder if it's, since the 3 of those companies partnered together, is how they were able to keep the cost down on this, considering the features that it has to offer. As you can see, I did put a Magpul bad lever on it. I did change out the trigger guard on it and put a Magpul trigger guard on it. I've put some themed wraps on my PMags. I did come with 1 PMag. The wraps, I'd have to say, have turned out very, very well, very easy to put on, and so far have been very durable. It comes with a standard AR pistol grip. May or may not change that out to a Magpul one in the future. I haven't really decided yet. I happen to like that. I really see the need to change it out at the moment. Does come with a sling mount already attached at the castle nut. The castle nut itself is staked from the factory. The buffer tube is a mil-spec buffer tube. Hopefully this is going to show up, because I didn't really show you this the last time, but it does come with a Rogers Super Stock. Hopefully that you can see that there, already installed, instead of just your standard, inexpensive AR buttstock. These are going anywhere from $50 to $70 online, depending on who you go through. Very comparable to some of the Magpul offerings that are out there. It does have a rubber pad on the end of it. It does come with a quick disconnect for a sling mount. And then you'll see as I flip it over, it does have a locking lever on the other side. So it is a 6-position adjustable stock, and once you put it where it's comfortable for you, you can then lock it down so that you don't experience any wobble as you're shooting, which is very typical of your standard AR stocks that come with, your ARs, rifles. I want to go ahead and flip this over so you guys can see the other side here. The barrel also is a melanite finish on the barrel, which is very nice, so that it is gonna resist wear and tear a lot more than a barrel that isn't melanite finish or isn't chrome lined. A lot of the barrels on some of the other guns that I was mentioning, rifles, are blued, and so you're not going to get as long of a life out of them as you will out of a barrel that has a melanite finish on it or a chrome lined finish. Here again is the other side. I did get my ejection port. I switched it out with one that I got engraved. My kids wanted to name the AR Lady Liberty, so I thought that was a pretty good name for her, so we went ahead and had that engraved on the outside of the ejection port. The inside of the ejection port has the "Don't Tread on Me" on it. You can see the Milsport logo right there. Another nice thing about this, as I mentioned in the other video, is that this comes with a dust cover and comes with a forward assist. In the entry-level market, it's hit or miss. M&P Sport doesn't come with either. Mossberg MMR comes with a dust cover but not a forward assist. some of the other ones, like the DPMS Panther Oracle, the Ruger AR556, do come with both. But then they have, their barrel is blued. The AR556 from Ruger has a cold hammer forged barrel. And it's a 1 in 8 twist, I believe, on that barrel. But again, this one has the melanite finish on it. So again, I think that is quite an added benefit to extend the life of the barrel on this AR. I don't know if this is going to show up, but I did put a probably not, 'cause it's a little too dark. Did get an engraved end cap for the forward assist. It's got an American flag on it, and then the Second Amendment engraved on it. Here you can see the locking lever on the Rogers Superstock. So all in all, I have to say again that I have been extremely pleased with this. As I mentioned, initially when I did my first review, I only had probably about 150 rounds through it. I've doubled that since then. Have put about 300 rounds total through this rifle. Several different types of ammunition, brands, also some of it being 223, some of it being 556. And again, ran flawlessly, no problems whatsoever. The barrel is stamped, and I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to get it to focus on here. But the top of the barrel is, oh, there it is stamped for 556 NATO. And then again, it's got the 1 in 7 twist stamped on there as well. So you can shoot both, and I have had the opportunity to do that. And again, she's ran beautifully. So again, very pleased. Also put a cover on the top of her that's got an engraved American flag on it. Eventually I want to get a engraved charging handle that has "We the People" on the back of it here, and then a couple American flags on it. So again, if you guys have any questions on it, please feel free to ask. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed the review. I certainly do enjoy the AR. It's been a lot of fun to shoot. I've had handguns for quite a while, a couple different other rifles, but never an AR before. And so far, I love it. Definitely hooked. Of course, now, there's always that desire to try to upgrade it, in one way or another. So I just got to learn to curtail myself a little bit. As I showed in the other video, it does come with an M16 bolt carrier group. It is stamped magnetic particle inspected. It's got the shrouded firing pin. So, again, I'd have to say that they didn't skimp out at all when it comes to this rifle in any way, shape, or form that I can see. And for $550, I would say it's a steal of a deal. With everything I've added to it, Magpul furniture, different accessories, probably have about 1,000 into it total, which again, not bad. Not bad considering many ARs, higher end ARs, you're going to start well over that before you even start adding anything to it whatsoever. So again, I would highly recommend this to anybody that's looking at their first AR. Again, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day, and long live the Republic. Bye.